Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello everyone and welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we break down the 1994 Kevin Smith classic, one hockey playing minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we are here breaking down minute number 46 of Clerks. And in the studio, yes, we have an in-studio guest with us today. Making his debut on the show, we have one of the co-hosts from the Blake and Sal show, Mark. Dad, how you doing?
I'm fine. You know, you guys brought me into the studio. I had to use my own shovel to get to a path into the studio. Yeah, what? You guys don't have a guy that does that? Oh, yeah, I'm the guy that does that.
You are the guy. We are the guys that do that.
Okay.
You and me are the guys that do that.
Okay, never mind.
So, welcome to Clerks Minute. And I love how you come up here and have no idea what you're doing when you get up here.
I'm flying by the seat of my pants, literally.
Just to catch you up on the format of our show, we literally are breaking down the movie Clerks 1 minute at a time, and we are currently at minute 46. We are playing hockey on the roof, Kyle. This is exciting. This is day 2 of hockey on the roof.
Minute 46?
Yes.
How many minutes are in the movie?
92.
Holy cow!
We're going till May. We're going till May with this show.
You guys were like in the halfway point here.
Yes, we are. We are in the middle of the hockey scene. And obviously our customer. Do you know who our customer is, Kyle? 'Cause I was trying to figure out. I know who our people on the floor are, but I don't know who the guy or the customer was. Who really wants his cigarettes, but apparently is so impatient that he's gonna climb this fucking ladder and bump the game. Like, that is so fucking ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. What do you think, Dad?
Just remember, we're not liable for his injury.
Yeah, like why the fuck would he climb the ladder? You know that the game's going on.
Well,
and so you're curious if they're gonna climb this ladder?
If you have to have a cigarette and you're dying for it, why would you climb a ladder that you know you may have a chance of getting hurt on? Just go to someplace else that's open.
Is it the closest place, maybe? Maybe is it the closest location?
Or maybe they got better cigarette prices. I don't know.
I don't know. We've covered the cigarette price on this show.
Okay.
They're pretty low because it's in the 90s. It's also the 90s.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's also we're in 1994 with this movie, so that could be why.
That's before the big thing about the Surgeon General warning. And
it's not now worth $10 at Pato.
Right.
It's like $1.98.
Right.
It was really cheap. Like, it's really cheap.
This is before they had the big, the suits with the big tobacco companies.
So what's going on? We have the game going on, and Dante literally arguing with this customer on the ladder. They're going back and forth.
That was a nice little shove that Dante got from the guy.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. The game itself. What I find is funny is he's actually like being a harassing fan from the ladder, just yelling out shit like he's at a hockey game. He's like, "How about covering the point? You suck."
I don't know which guy this is.
Okay, well, it's okay.
Is there a goon in this hockey game?
You know what? I'm not sure at this point.
I guess we'll have to find out.
An attitude that's probably Randall.
True, but he's the goaltender in this one, so that's different. You know what I mean? It's pretty interesting how that works. According to my reference from Film Cool Rejects, obviously, on the floor, they have Scott Mosier, who's on the ground. He's one of the ones yelling up, making his 5th appearance in this movie as a different character. Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. Scott Mosier, who's the producer of this movie, has made 5 appearances in this movie now.
Yeah. Was he
almost more than Walt Finnegan, I think, at this point. Yeah. I think at this point in the movie.
What is he trying to be? Stan Lee?
No, it's called the true story behind this. I think we talked about this with Walt in the past minute.
He works cheap.
No, it's what's going on is. This is a true story. It's actually a true story. Kevin talked about this on a Smodcast in the past. Well, probably 1,000 times on a Smodcast in the past.
Okay.
But what happens is, Kevin, they would film these shoots at like midnight after the stores closed.
Got it.
They would film this stuff as the stores closed. That's when they have the time to do stuff.
Okay.
They would ask, well, can you come to the shoot? They don't show up. They got to film. They only have the film equipment for a limited time.
Right.
So then they would sub in whoever's on the set. So Scott Mosier would show up and suddenly he's stoned inside looking at the ceiling, and then he's outside jamming with Jay and Bob Jay and Bob rocking song, and then he's over here bothering them for cigarettes. And Walt Flanagan with the same thing. He'd pop up. We literally saw him playing 2 characters over a 3-minute span.
So you got Scott playing 5 different roles?
At least 5 different roles at this point.
So he's not working for scale, I hope.
He's the producer of this movie.
Well, there you
the
go.
Producer of this movie.
So basically,
like I said, he works cheap.
No. So as producer, you should get a little bit more bump in pay because he's not only producing, but now you got him as an extra.
Oh, wait a second. Idiot man child. Oh, wow. Okay, I see what's going on here.
All right.
I'm going to scrub back a second.
Scrub back
a second, Kyle. I figured out what happened here.
Yeah?
And you're going to laugh at this one. You're going to laugh at this. You want to know who the guy on the ladder is?
Who?
Scott Mosier!
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute.
It's Scott Mosier yelling at Scott Mosier!
Wait a minute. Okay,
I'm not making this up!
Okay, hang on a second.
Oh, that is?
Hang on a second. So Scott
According to the film rejects, that's Scott Mosier, and the guy on the ground was Scott Mosier, who was yelling at himself.
Oh my Lord!
Wait
a minute! You couldn't get a stunt double for cheap?
Oh, now I'm an idiot. I didn't see that they're angry hockey playing customer.
It says right here.
Go.
It says, according to this is right out film school. It says Scott Mosier plays the angry hockey playing customer. That guy.
Correct.
Who yells at Dante and Randall when they're playing hockey on the roof. At one point, while he's on the ladder, he yells at William the Idiot Man-Child, also played by Mosier, standing in front of the convenience store. Smith refers to this as, quote-unquote, the only special effect in Clerks.
No, wait a minute here.
That's hysterical.
Let's do some, I guess you'd call it rational thinking, is then if he would be, and I'm saying big if, nominated for Academy Award, wouldn't he get, Best Supporting Actor and also Producer?
Are you really saying Clerks is going to be nominated for an Academy Award?
No,
in 1994. In 1994.
I'm just throwing it out there. The man wears midi hats, so I think he should get a little bump in pay, but that's just me.
It's just funny, because on the screen we have Sanford, who we saw earlier, arguing with him, dropping the puck. Apparently he's playing referee and playing in the game. Apparently Sanford, that's what he's doing in this game.
Isn't that a conflict of interest?
I don't know. So he's dropping the puck. Oh, the ball. Sorry, dropping the ball. And then you have Mosier.
That's what she said.
Mosier, the angry customer, and Dante. It's actually pretty funny when you see the freeze. I think it might be our freeze frame for this episode.
Okay,
it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I was going to say, you really think they would have been nominated for Academy Award in 1984? Yeah, let's be quite honest. The Dark Knight wouldn't have gotten nominated if Heath Ledger hadn't died.
That's a valid point. It's actually a valid point.
Yeah, I guess, but... so my thing is this, and I ask this. Are these guys good on rollerblades?
Well, we're according to the Let Out of Order, for those who want to hear, we'll have Mike on the previous minute, and he's actually played hockey. He's actually played floor hockey like this. He's actually played the game, so I want to have him on for this.
Okay.
And according to what I know, Brian O'Halloran, Dante, still plays in a league now.
Really?
Him and a bunch of comic book men guys actually play in charity tournaments twice a year.
Roof hockey?
No. Like floor hockey. Floor hockey and rollerblade. But this is the one-time only deal.
So he's floor hockey's answer to Dave Coulier.
They literally do. They do. I think Dave Coulier might be on one of the charity teams they play against. I think they might legitimately do. This is not a joke. I'm actually dead serious about this.
Actually, I came up with a really cool idea that they could have utilized instead of not doing hockey. Mini golf.
Doesn't work really.
Think about it.
Doesn't work as well.
It's not all the materials that a convenience store can use to make holes.
Caitlin's not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could be the 18th hole.
Oh!
Hey, everybody has to turn it over.
No. That would be mean, because the 18th hole you can never sink.
Oh, so sort of like her with Dante.
Oh, jeez. Future minutes.
Just remember, these comments have not been endorsed by the people that brought you Clerks.
We make the strange references sometimes.
We got put in the public service announcement.
No, I really don't. Everyone knows what the show
is crack.
Everyone knows what we do around here.
Yeah, but we don't want to get sued.
By who? You got to realize something.
Okay.
With this show, I'll plug this over in here because we're going to be going up at the end of January.
Okay.
We know who listens to this show.
Okay.
We know that guy right there,
Dante.
Brian O'Halloran, likes us on Instagram.
Okay, well,
he knows who we are.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him on the show. We know him. We know Ernie O'Donnell will be on the show later on this year.
Okay.
We've had other guests of the people in this movie on this show.
Okay.
We've had people in the movie. So
well, as long
they know us.
As long as it doesn't bother them and Kevin Smith especially.
We're having fun.
And Kevin has no problem with this?
Kevin, we are trying to get on the show, so don't worry about him. I'm not worried about him.
All right.
We've had his friends get out. We were joking with Ernie in a future episode that he's our white whale. We're trying to get him on the show. He's our white whale.
You get Kevin on here and you're golden.
Well, we have, as we've said numerous times, Kevin, if you're listening, we have you scheduled for a minute late in the movie. We only need 15, 20 minutes of your time. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We got this. Okay. So, all right, on that note, we'll drop this minute up. We got more to do. Dad's going to stick around for the next show. So thank you all for listening to the Clerks Minute. Please rate and review us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and all the other places you can find our show. We're part of the Filling the Void podcast network, where you can listen to our show and Boy and Treasure Cast and the Blake and Sal show, as well as everything else that goes on during the week. Trust me, we have a show at about every single day of the week on our network, which is always fun. So, that all being said, thank you all for listening. Thank you, Dad, for coming on the show.
Hey, no problem.
We'll talk to you on our next episode once again.
You got it.
And thank you so much for listening. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
Have a good day, everybody.
Don't pass to him. He sucks.
Snorting, smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts, rolling blunts and smoking.